Fred Film Radio, I'm David Martos. This is the 81st edition of the Mostra di Venezia, and we're here with the showrunner and one of the actresses of Families Like Ours, a series being premiered here in Venice, Amaryllis August and Thomas Vinterberg. Thank you very much for being with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Pleasure. So, Thomas, I read that you simply, one day you were bored and you got this idea. How does this happen to a creator?
But that's what this is how this shit happens. It's called you get an idea, and it's beyond your control, I guess. You can't buy an idea on the internet, or prepare. You can steal an idea from someone else, but but it's like it's just something that comes to you.
But now
it's like falling in love. That's beyond your control as well. You can't decide. Now I want to be in love with this person or this person.
Yeah.
It just happens. You fall. Yeah.
But now when you watch the series, it seems like such an elaborate project, like a complex idea. This national crisis for Denmark, and then the immigration. Did you deal with these ideas for a long time till they formed the series idea?
The first idea was 7 years back.
Okay.
And then there was a lot of work. So yes, I did deal with this for a long time. And 7 years back, there was no pandemic yet. There was no war in Ukraine. The first draft of the script was in Denmark and Kiev. And since then, there's been arriving a lot of water to our country, more than we could ever afford making in post-production in our series. So it's like real life has overtaken this idea, which was, you know, the reaction in the beginning when I pitched this idea 7 years back was like it was crazy and too sci-fi. But now it's become normal, which is a little worrying.
There are many actors in this series, but we could say that you are the protagonist of the series, I could say. How would you define your work with Thomas? How would you define him as a director on the set?
Well, this was my first ever project. I found the casting by coincidence. So it was very, I didn't really understand what I was doing. And it was just, Thomas has really been there for me and helped me, and I could not have done what I did without him and without everybody else on set. The other actors and actresses have been giving me so much and have been very patient with me, thank God. But I couldn't have been in safer hands.
She's a trooper. She worked so hard. She was thrown around in the mud and forced through sex scenes, and, well, not forced, but you know, she's been going through so much, so you should be proud.
How do you spot an actress like this, like someone who hasn't acted before, like it is you? How do you do that?
You keep trying things and keep trying things and I'm very thorough with the casting, because for me, casting is key. I normally write my scripts for specific actors, and we had a script, and the script was someone else than Amaryllis, but we were all fascinated by her and impressed with her skills and her nature, and so we did a lot of castings, and then we started to do rehearsals, and then I did rewrites of the script to adapt to her as a person, which is my normal process.
About the process of shooting this series, Amaryllis, how was it? I mean, which aspects of the process of shooting the series were like you expected, and which ones were unexpected to you?
Well, it wasn't the first time I was on a film set. It's just the first time I've been in front of the camera. I've always been visiting film sets since I was a child, so I have seen how sets move around and how people act, but I've never. It's a completely different thing being inside of it, and there's so many more functions that I could ever have imagined. There were 100, 200 people every single day on set, and it was just a whole big machine where everybody on set had an essential role to making everything work. So I think it really surprised me to see how many different functions and people there were, and how fast things go and also how slow things go, especially in some days. But it was just, I think that's what surprised me the most.
well, Amaryllis August and Thomas Vinterberg, actress and showrunner of Families Like Ours here in Venice. Thank you very much.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
This is Fred, the Festival Insider. Thank you.